Hello and welcome for another week in Gospel First. I'm your host, Joe Cirillo, and we are now in week 15 of our 26-week study of the New Testament. And today we're going to be focusing on Acts chapter 9, verses 5 to 6. Now, have you ever been completely sure you were right, only to discover that you were wrong? Not slightly wrong, but completely. Now, that moment when everything shifts and you realize, I need to change. That's where this next story begins. So let's get started. Acts chapter 9, verses 5 to 6. Saul asked, "Who are you, Lord?" "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting," he replied. "Now get up and go into the city, and you will be told what you must do." So let's walk through this carefully. Saul knows about God, but does not know him. He's educated, devout, and passionate. Then Jesus confronts him personally and says, "Why do you persecute me?" Now notice that this is relational, not theatrical. Then Saul asks one of the most important questions in Scripture. Though phrased slightly differently in various translations, the principle is clear from the narrative. He submits his will to God. Now, God gives him the next step, not the full plan to go into the city, then wait. This is consistent with the pattern shown in Acts chapter 9. A man once told me about the moment that his life fell apart. He had built everything around control. His career, his plans, his identity. Then overnight it was gone. And he said the hardest moment wasn't losing everything. It was sitting in silence asking, "God, what do you want me to do now?" That question changed everything. Saul spends 3 days in darkness. No sight, no food, no answers. Just pure reflection. Then God sends Ananias. Now remember, Saul persecuted the followers of Christ, and Ananias was shot when the Lord asked him to go to Saul and administer to him. And here's the powerful part. Just one word changes everything. Ananias calls him brother. Now here's where grace enters the story. Not condemnation, not punishment, just pure grace. Now, what if the most powerful prayer you could pray today is this? Lord, what do you want me to do for you today? Not what do I want, what makes sense to me, but what is your will? And then surrender. Just act on the next step. Next, we'll see that Saul becomes Paul. A persecutor becomes a preacher. An enemy becomes a witness. This is not self-improvement. This is transformation through Christ. And here's the truth. If God can change Saul, he can change anyone, including you. So here's my invitation for this week. Listen more carefully, act more quickly on promptings, trust God more deeply, because the same God who guided Stephen in suffering, Philip in obedience, Saul in transformation, is also guiding you. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for staying faithful to the journey. May the Spirit continue to fill your heart and draw you closer to Jesus Christ. If your heart feels even a gentle nudge, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share so that we can spread the gospel of Jesus Christ together. And I'll see you next time as we continue our studies in the book of Acts, chapter 10, verses 34 to 35. Until then, God bless.